The Prodigy Revolution. 10 teenage wizards about to shatter the 2026 World Cup. The youngest player at this World Cup is just 17 years old, the same age as the tournament itself the last time Mexico hosted the opening match. For the first time in history, 48 nations gather across 3 countries, playing 104 matches over 39 days, a tournament so vast it threatens to break football itself. Critics call it the dilution of quality, a cash grab wrapped in controversy, where 72 group games exist just to eliminate 16 teams, leaving fans drowning in fixture fatigue. Yet inside this bloated beast lies a truth FIFA never advertised: the most lethal generation of teenagers ever assembled on a single World Cup stage. Canada, Mexico, and the United States share hosting duties, transforming North America into a football continent from June 11th to July 19th. The Azteca in Mexico City, now expanded to 93,000 seats, stages the opening clash between El Tri and South Africa, while the final will unfold inside the New York-New Jersey Stadium, a venue built to host Olympic swimming just 2 years later. Across 16 cities, from the retractable roof of Atlanta to the rain-soaked pitch of Vancouver, the legends of yesterday prepare their final bows. Lionel Messi, 40, guides Argentina alongside a young Nico Paz. Cristiano Ronaldo, 41, hunts his 6th World Cup with Portugal. But the story does not belong to them. The story belongs to the children who will steal this tournament, 10 young warriors under 25 years old, each one carrying the weight of a football-obsessed nation on shoulders that have barely finished growing. Lamine Yamal of Spain is 18 years old yet plays like a 30-year-old veteran who has seen everything. Last season for Barcelona, across 45 matches, the teenage forward produced 24 goals and 17 assists, numbers that defy his age and mock the defenders who try to contain him. Euro 2024 crowned him a champion, but the World Cup offers something greater: a chance to succeed Messi as the planet's defining football artist. His left foot, described by coaches as a magical wand that humiliates grown men for sport, will dictate Spain's entire campaign from the right wing. João Neves of Portugal, 21 years old, has already conquered 2 consecutive Champions League trophies with Paris Saint-Germain. While the world obsesses over Ronaldo's final World Cup, Neves quietly completes 91% of his passes, pressing opponents into submission with a calmness that belies his age. He sits in midfield alongside Bruno Fernandes and Bernardo Silva, yet it is Neves who dictates the tempo, the metronome that allows Portugal's superstars to dance. Critics once called him too small for elite football. Now he stands as the most complete young midfielder on the planet. Desire Du of France, 21 years old, carries a brotherhood fractured by national loyalty. His older sibling, Gela, chose to represent Ivory Coast, their father's homeland, while Desire pledged allegiance to the nation of his birth. On the pitch, the Paris Saint-Germain winger is a chaos agent, a dribbling menace who destroyed Inter Milan in the Club World Cup final with 2 goals and an assist, earning the tournament's Best Young Player award. Kylian Mbappé and Ousmane Dembélé draw the headlines, but Du possesses the kind of unpredictable one-on-one brilliance that terrifies fullbacks in the final third. Arda Güler of Turkey, 21 years old, ends a 24-year World Cup drought for the Crescent Stars. The Real Madrid attacking midfielder was named the Champions League revelation of the season, registering 4 assists and 2 goals as Los Blancos reached the quarter-finals. Vincenzo Mournella, Turkey's Italian coach, has built his entire system around Güller's vision, giving the young wizard license to roam wherever his instincts take him. For a nation that has not seen World Cup football since its current stars were unborn children, Güller represents the golden generation's heart and soul, a player capable of creating magical moments from nothing. Yang Diamond of Ivory Coast, 19 years old, walks the strangest path of any player in this tournament. He spent 3 years living in Florida after moving to the United States at 15, even playing college soccer before European scouts finally noticed. RB Leipzig signed him from Leganés for a bargain €20 million in July 2025, and the winger promptly exploded for 21 goal contributions in 33 Bundesliga appearances, winning the league's Rookie of the Season award. He missed warm-up friendlies with a shoulder injury, then returned to start against France in a shock victory, confirming his place as Africa's most dangerous attacking weapon. Gilberto Mora of Mexico is the youngest player in the entire tournament, just 17 years and 240 days old when the opening whistle blows against South Africa. This Tijuana midfielder became the youngest goalscorer in Liga MX history at age 15, a record that seemed absurd until he started the Gold Cup final against the United States at 16 and played 75 minutes, becoming the youngest player ever to feature in a senior international final. The entire nation will pack the Azteca and pray that coach Javier Aguirre hands him a starting berth, because if Mora delivers, a 96-year-old Mexican record falls. The boy from Tijuana could become a legend before he is old enough to vote. Endrick of Brazil, 19 years old, idolizes Bobby Charlton and dreams of lifting the World Cup trophy like his English hero. The Brazilian scored the winner in their final pre-tournament friendly against Egypt, his fourth international goal, and enters a tournament where his country expects nothing less than a 6-star. In a nation where football greatness is both legacy and expectation, Endrick represents the next in line, a powerful forward whose physicality and finishing have drawn comparisons to Ronaldo Nazario. The weight of Brazilian history rests on his young back, but he carries it like a crown. Pau Cubarsí of Spain, 19 years old, is already an Olympic champion, having won gold at Paris 2024 alongside his Barcelona teammates. The teenage centre-back has surpassed 100 appearances for the Catalan club, collecting consecutive La Liga titles while building a reputation as the most composed young defender in world football. While Lamine Yamal dazzles up front, Cubarsí provides the steel behind him, a rock whose reading of the game allows Spain to play their possession style without fear. He is the only Olympian on this list, but his ambitions extend far beyond gold. He wants the biggest trophy football can offer. Kendry Páez of Ecuador, 19 years old, Chelsea's crown jewel, has been described by South American scouts as the greatest natural talent Ecuador has ever produced. The attacking midfielder combines dribbling wizardry with a tactical intelligence that allows him to operate between defensive lines, unlocking defenses that have frustrated older, more experienced players. Ecuador enters the tournament as dark horses, but with Páez pulling the strings, they possess a player capable of embarrassing any midfield in the world. His left foot is a weapon of mass destruction, and the world is about to discover its range. Nicolás Paz of Argentina, 21 years old, defends a world championship while sharing a dressing room with Lionel Messi, the greatest player of all time. The attacking midfielder helped Como 1907 qualify for the Champions League for the first time in the club's history, recording 13 goals and 8 assists, more than any teammate. A Real Madrid Academy graduate, Paz made his international debut in October 2024 and has never looked back. While Messi prepares for his final World Cup, Paz represents the bridge to Argentina's future, a star who learned from the master and now must prove he can win without him. These 10 prodigies enter the 2026 World Cup as unknown quantities to casual fans, yet each one carries the potential to shift the tournament's balance of power. The expanded format with 48 teams allows third-place finishers to advance, a safety net that encourages risk, that rewards the audacity of youth. Smaller nations like Cape Verde make their debut, while powerhouses like Germany seek redemption. But the true story lives in the feet of these children. A 17-year-old Mexican wearing the green jersey of his homeland, stepping onto the Azteca pitch with a chance to break a century-old record. An 18-year-old Spaniard whose left foot humiliates defenders for sport. A 19-year-old Brazilian carrying the weight of 5 stars on his chest. The old guard will fall. The new kings will rise. And by the time the final whistle blows on July 19th, at least one of these names will be carved into football immortality. The question is not whether a young player will dominate this World Cup. The question is which one.